We started the Northern Bahamas Mangrove Restoration Project in the wake of Hurricane Dorian, which hit Grand Bahama and Abaco in September of 2019.
Mangroves are extremely important to the Bahamas, not just for the local environment, but for the Bahamas in its entirety. So you have a connection between the mangroves and with commercial fisheries and with tourism. So we need to protect these mangroves at all costs.
Restoring these mangrove forests really helps to keep the culture of the Bahamian people alive, increase the fish population, and also it helps to protect us from those coastal storms and hurricanes.
The Bahamas National Trust are close partners and advocates for mangrove restoration work, especially on Grand Bahama and Abaco in the wake of Hurricane Dorian. Mangroves are critically important to us as a people in terms of providing food source as a nursery habitat for juvenile commercially important fish, as well as ecological species that helps feed the Bahamas and the wider Caribbean region. The Bahamas National Trust and Bonefish and Tarpon Trust shares a long, great relationship as conservation partners. With all of the great work we've done together as partners between the BNT and BTT, we are even more hopeful for the future.
So the goal of this project is to plant 100,000 mangroves by the end of 2024 in order to help kickstart recovery of our mangrove systems in the northern Bahamas. The flats environment is made up of a habitat mosaic, and one of the pillars of that habitat mosaic is mangroves. Mangroves are a major nursery area for lots of fish and other marine life, and also they are the first line of coastal defense for humans. They can suppress wave action up to 60%, and they provide both forage and nursery habitat for a variety of different species, including bonefish, which is a highly prized sport fish here in the Bahamas. And that flats fishery brings in over $169 million to the Bahamas annually. We did some initial surveys which found it was evident that mangroves were very heavily impacted, and we combined that with very intense scientific surveys working with the University of Alabama, where we found that Grand Bahama lost 73% of their mangroves, which is over 22,000 acres, and Abaco lost over 40% of their mangroves, which is 20,000 acres. And so we are working closely with MANG, Bahamas National Trust, Friends of the Environment, Perry Marine Institute, and Waterkeepers Bahamas as part of this project to hit 100,000 by the end of 2024.
The partnership between Waterkeepers Bahamas and Bonefish Tarpon Trust has really seen a togetherness. We were all focused on education. That's really what brought us together initially, but the focus on mangrove restoration after Hurricane Dorian has really helped us to pull together our resources, also pull together our volunteer database. And I'd like to see that continue more throughout the years, because this mangrove restoration project is not a 1-year or 3-year project. So us building that partnership is going to be important for us to reach those goals.
So we're here at one of our mangrove restoration nurseries. It really is the heartbeat of this project. And so what we do is during the summertime, when red mangroves are producing propagules, we'll go and collect them, and we'll bring them here into our nurseries, and we'll plant them in these troughs that you see behind me, and we'll grow them from anywhere from 6 months to a year and get them to this seedling size, which is anywhere from 12 to 18 inches. And tomorrow is Earth Day, and we're going to do a big mangrove planting.
The Northern Mangrove Bahamas Restoration Project has been an incredible opportunity for outreach and education. Over the last few years, we've had hundreds, if not thousands of students, teachers from multiple different schools, groups, other community organizations out onto the flats planting red mangroves. Mangrove restoration has been an incredible opportunity to get students involved in every aspect of the process. Tomorrow, it's going to be our biggest planting event. I'm really excited for it, and truly in the spirit of Earth Day, we're all going to be out there planting mangroves.
Soon after the storm, after we had obviously recognized all the damage to the mangroves, we partnered with the Bonefish Tarpon and Trust, and we tried to help however we could, whether it was, lodging people, being involved hands-on with the replanting. Bonefishing in the Bahamas is very important to tourism. It creates a lot of jobs. We have not only the fishing guides, like a lot of people think about, but we have lodges and we have staff members there, whether it's the cooks, the bartenders, the housekeepers, everybody's involved, and it brings a lot of money, and people can sustain themselves with it. So it's very, very important that we have a good, healthy fishery.
We're here again on the east end of Grand Bahama Island, where you can still see the devastation from Hurricane Dorian. the devastation to the mangroves that extend in miles in every direction. Restoration of this ecosystem and its long-term conservation is a priority for Bonefish and Tarpon Trust and for our partners. The system provides an essential habitat for the flats fishery, protects the local communities from damaging storms, sequesters carbon, prevents coastal erosion, and improves water quality.
So we're here celebrating Earth Day 2023, and the theme this year is Invest in Our Planet. And one way is that we invest is in our time, in our effort, and also promoting the importance of our ecosystems. Mangroves are really the MVPs of our ecosystems in terms of carbon sequestration, but not only that, they are the estuaries of our fisheries industry, not just for the Bahamas, but really for the region in the Gulf and the Caribbean.
I'm a fishing guide who's been fishing in around East Grand Bahama for at least 45 years. Spent all my life around the waters. And today I'm excited to be a part of the mangrove restoration, man. This means so much to not only me, but to all of the Eastern End folks. I'm filled with joy. I'm happy. I'm excited.
Down, made me wanna put my roots down.